Hey y'all, this your girl Lisa, and this is Hey Y'all. I hope everybody is having a great afternoon. It is Wednesday, hump day. Is it hump day? I feel like it's hump day. I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope y'all had a great day. It is very overcast and very dreary looking where I am in VA, but I like it. Go figure. It is almost Thanksgiving, y'all. What we got? 2 weeks to Thanksgiving? Come on. It is so crazy how quickly this year has ran away with us. It is almost time. It is almost over. And then we start over again, 2023. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. So, from the title, Who's to Blame? And I was trying to figure out what I was going to talk about today. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to talk about or who I wanted to talk about or any of that. And I was watching Karamos. Y'all know how. Maury's gone. So this was the last year. Maury's gone. There'll be no new You Are the Father or You Cheated shows. And I'm a little sad about that. But it is what it is. Time changes. Hey, Magdalene. Thank you. Don't forget to share and subscribe and all that good stuff when you see me. All right. So, yes, so I was watching Karamo because I didn't really have anything else to watch on TV. I didn't feel like, I don't know. I just, normally I record things so I don't have to hear the screaming and the hollering on shows. I hate that. Go figure. And, but I didn't feel like recording it. Me and baby was talking, so she was doing her test and I was just watching TV. So there was, this was actually a paternity show. And while we're going to talk about paternity as it pertains to the topic, this is not what the show is about. My show is not about paternity. So, classic story. Girl says you're the daddy. Guy says, I'm not. Gives a myriad of reasons as to why he's not the daddy, mostly because she's the whole, how it always is. But that is not what caught me. It was the young man on there. And this was not his only baby mother. This was not his only child or child to be or could be child. And it's when he started talking about his experiences growing up that it made me realize that sometimes we have to focus on the parent, not the kid. So that's why I say, who's to blame? So in this situation, he was hard. He was a hard little boy. The young man who grow up having a hard time, not getting the love from their parents, letting the streets raise them, but trying to be a good man, a good person, but not having anybody to show them how to be a good man, a good person. So they look for love. And we always say that about women, how women always look for love in the wrong places. And that's why they end up with the babies and all that stuff. And that's true. But we very rarely look at the young men in the situation. And I guess I think about it like that. I guess I look at the young man in the situation because I have a young man. And while he does not have that situation growing up to where the streets didn't have to raise him, to where he didn't have to look for love and validation outside of the home, there are young men that have to do that. And a lot of those young men, what's wrong, babe? Yeah. So I feel for these young men because I have a young man and I look at him and I see how proud I am of him. And he was close. Uh, but we don't look at the other young men out there who don't have that, who don't have love and the validation from the people that are supposed to love them unconditionally. So who's to blame for the situation? Do we blame him? Because you're old enough to make a baby, you should be old enough to understand that if you didn't like how you were raised, don't raise your kids like that. Or do we blame his parents for not loving him unconditionally and showing him how to treat a woman, how to treat a child? Do we blame the little girls who keep having babies by this same dude? So who's to blame? Amy tells the truth. How y'all doing? And I heard this young man speaking about how his father was always on the road and he was always gone. He always sent a little money, but he was never there. And when he was there, it was never, I love you, I'm proud of you, son. It was always, why you do this, why you do that. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about. And his mother wasn't in his life until he was 14. So he's on the stage with the baby mama, him, baby mama's mama, and then his mom pops out. And she on 100, so she open her mouth. And I'm like, you not listening to what your son is telling you. You come out here 1,000, 100 on these people about the baby, but you're not listening to what your son is telling you, that the reason he's doing the things that he's doing. So who's to blame in these situations? Is there equal blame, or is one person more to blame than the other? Is the parents' lack of direction, love, affection, is that to blame? Should we give our young people a pass because we didn't teach them any better? Is the young lady to blame? Because this particular situation, this young lady has 5 kids and now 5 fathers. How much of the blame lays on her shoulders? What are you looking for? What do you want in these situations? Or do we blame this young man who comes out here saying, I'm not the daddy, she just want me. He's not the father, but that's not the root of his problem. The root of his problem is he doesn't feel like he deserves love. And he's out here looking for it with these young women. And sometimes babies pop up. Hey, y'all. So we got a couple more people came up in the spot. So who's to blame, y'all? I don't know if anybody, I don't really watch the show, but there's a little girl, Krishan Rock. Now she was on American Warrior when they redid and brought it back, and she won. She's from Baltimore. Beautiful little girl. She is a collegiate athlete. She is a bad mama jamma, but she's in a bad situation with this little boy Blueface. Don't know who he is. He's supposed to be a rapper, but they have a very volatile and violent and public relationship. No matter what he does, she's there. She is ride or die. She is the open the dictionary, look at the ride or die. That's a picture of this little girl. He can put his hands on her, she's still there. He can have a baby, she's still there. He can have another girl living in his house, she's still there. And it's like I want to get her and shake her. Who's to blame for this? Who's to blame for that? I am all for making a relationship work, trying to, but I'm also all for sometimes you just got to go. I am equal opportunity. If I got black eyes and busted lips, I don't need to be there. If I find myself putting my hands on my boyfriend or my girlfriend, I believe I got the wrong one. But who's to blame in these situations? Or is there to blame? How can we fix it? I don't know. I don't know. It's like I've said before, who's to blame in these situations? It's just like men feeling entitled to women. It's more when I was single and I was younger. I walk around and I'm not a smiler. If I don't have a reason to smile, you know what I'm saying? I just don't sit up somewhere smiling. I don't walk down the street smiling. If I don't find I have a reason to smile, I don't smile. And I used to hate for men to stop me and go, "You be so much prettier if you smile." Well, it's a good thing I'm not trying to be prettier. It's normally what I thought about. Normally what I said. It's a good thing I ain't trying to be no prettier. But who's to blame for men thinking that they are entitled to women to smile, to say yes to them, to entertain them if we're at a bar or a restaurant? If you buy me a drink, I have to talk to you. Keep your drink because I don't want. If I want to talk to you, I would have said something to you. Men are entitled to our telephone numbers because they ask. Sir, I'm good, thank you though. And don't worry, man. I'm gonna get the women too. Don't you worry. In the same token, young women thinking they're entitled to getting their hair done and getting their nails done if they dating somebody. There was a whole thing on TikTok about how a young lady got put out of a hotel room because she got flown out to meet somebody she'd been talking to online, and she wasn't going to have sex with this young man, which is her prerogative. But he put her out. Now, while the putting out is something I wouldn't have done, because on me, if you got money enough to fly somebody out, because tickets ain't cheap, Lil, then you have to understand that maybe the chemistry y'all had online is not the chemistry you're going to have in public. People can talk a good game and spit some wise words online, just like I'm doing now. But you get in public, you may not like the way this person looks up close. You might not like the way they smell up close. Might not like the way their hair smells. You might not like the way they walk in their shoes. Because a person is a sum of its parts, not just the two or three parts you see on TV. I mean, you see on FaceTime or on a screen on your computer. Hey, Edible. Hey, y'all. So who's to blame for that? Because me personally, I'm not flying out with the ability to fly myself back because I know how reckless my mouth can be. Now, I appreciate somebody wanting to spoil me, yay. But I'm not about to go cross country and have to be dependent upon somebody to get back to my house. So, who's to blame? Now some dude being trifling. If you're gonna fly somebody out, it, don't. Here's the thing: if you think a flight, and a hotel room is what you're paying for sex, then why don't you just pay a prostitute? Why you do all that other stuff? If you pay a prostitute, it's a sure thing you gonna get some. You talk to a girl online and then decide to fly her out so y'all can meet. There's no guarantee you don't get no ass. So who's to blame? Are both of them to blame because they weren't specific? She wasn't specific enough in stating that, hey, I might not have sex with you. We get there. And he wasn't specific enough stating, if you don't have sex with me, you can't get back. Who's to blame? Who is to blame in these situations? Is there a blame in these situations? Excuse me, y'all. Parched. Oh no. Kimberly Joe. I don't know, baby. When's the next bingo? She posted it today, so I believe it will be on Friday. Who's to blame? Kanye West and Kyrie Irving. Who is to blame for that? These two gentlemen have very big platforms, sports and entertainment platforms, huge followings, millions of people follow these gentlemen. Listen to what they say, believe what they say. Who's to blame? Is it society? Because we love to say the First Amendment is the right to freedom of speech, but we forget that the right to freedom of speech has nothing to do with the freedom from consequences, because there's no such thing. You can say what you want to say. You can believe what you want to believe, but realize that there are consequences for your actions. Oops, shoot, hold on. Too cheap to drive or take a cab. The blame is him because he like to spend time with the ladies, or blame the wives because they don't think us guys can't buy nothing. That's me. Too cheap driving because he likes to spend time with the ladies and blame the wives. Don't think us guys can't buy nothing. That's me. What is saying, edible? I mean, if you got, here's my thing. I think that everything should be specific, especially when you're dealing with two people. I think that you shouldn't leave shit up to chance. I think if you've been talking to somebody online and y'all have been flirting online, you look good, showing off your titties, showing off your ass, you done send a dick pic through the thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been flirting online. I believe that before you board the plane, put your foot in the taxi cab, get in the car, or hop on the train, there should be specifics. I don't care if you just going down the street and you can walk back home. Before you get out your house, you should know what you doing and what's going on. I think you should be specific. If you know that you might not have sex with this man, let this man know that you might not put no ass out. Now, I'm going to get there and I may not like you. I may not want to have sex. I may not feel like it. So there's no guarantee we're going to have sex. I think you should be specific in that. I think a man should also be specific and say, you know what? I really think this is just a booty call. So if we're not going to do it, I'd rather, just go, yeah, I don't want to go do it. Why can't we do that, y'all? Why can't we do that? Why can't we be specific? I know that a lot of shit don't change with time, but why can't we change just this one thing with time? You understand what I'm saying? Why can't we change this one thing? Let's start saying what we want to people. Stop telling girls that you love them, or I really like you, and this is just this is how I show affection. And tell the truth. I want to have sex with you. I want to do it. However you say it, Can we do that? Can we start doing that? Instead of, ladies, tell men that you don't want to do it. Stop getting shit. Look, stop. Here's the thing. Just like you want something from a guy, he wants something from you. Now, it may not be the same things y'all want, but it's a want nonetheless. Stop wanting something from somebody, and you can't reciprocate. I've heard women time and time again say, I get this did, I get this paid for, I get my hair done, my nails done, purses, pocketbook strips, and I will never have to have sex with nobody. You think he just giving you that shit because you cute? No, he's not. And imagine what you could get if y'all were truthful to each other. Imagine if y'all were truthful to each other. I know. Yes, miscommunication. You're right. I mean, realistically, for every girl that won't do it, it's a girl that will, guys. For every man that ain't gonna pay for shit, it's a dude that empty his wallet out, that will empty his wallet out for you. So just say it. Say, hey, you know what, dude? I'm not gonna have sex with you. Just say that. Then you'll give him the opportunity to go, you know what? That's cool. I like you. Let's hang out because, hey, maybe if we hang out, I can change your mind. I don't mind being your friend, whatever. Or you can give a dude a chance to say, you know what? I, I'm looking to have sex with somebody. And if you don't want to do it, I'm going to go on and move on and get out the way for somebody who might not want to have sex. And y'all will be all right. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Can we start doing that? And I forget I'm old, y'all. I was talking to Nick just a moment ago, and we were talking about time and how times change and how I wish times would change. Because I was asking him if he, I was asking him if he had some issues, things he needed to talk about. Does he have the ability to ask for help? And and I know that sounds like a strange question, but a lot of people don't know how to ask for help. They don't. They have not been taught to ask for help. They have been taught that we don't talk about our problems. We just deal with them. I asked him because he doesn't have issues like how he was. The streets didn't have to raise Nick. He ain't got to figure out where he gonna get his next meal. He ain't got to figure out where he gonna get his next pair of shoes from. But that doesn't mean he doesn't have things he needs to talk about, things that he has on his mind. And I asked him if he had the ability to ask for help. And I know that sounds like a stupid thing to say. Yeah, anybody can ask for help. But do you have the ability to ask for help? Even if you can't talk to me, do you have the ability to ask somebody to sit down and listen to you and hear what you're saying? And then we got all into a times construct thing and all of that. And and I agreed with him. But I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't I don't yeah. Can't see. Hey Blondie. So yeah, who's to blame? Who is to blame, y'all? It's so much going on. And sometimes you don't know what to talk about or who to talk about it to or what's I watch a lot of TikTok, as y'all know. Yeah, I know I watch a lot of TikTok. I get a lot of stuff from TikTok. So I was watching today, and they were talking about this girl was talking about how she's a homebody and she stays in the house and she likes to stay in the house and deal with her stuff. And she was talking about a young lady, and I didn't know who she was talking about realistically, so I had to look it up. So this young lady went to Mexico her friends, with her friends, and ended up doing what you do in Mexico, drinking, getting drunk. That's what we do. We young, we pretty, we do what I do. We having a thing, we commiserating on somebody's birthday. And you go to Mexico to hang out with your friends, your besties, the people that you put your life in their hands, and you get beaten to death by your friends. And your parents have to pay thousands of dollars to get your body brought back to America. And your parents have to listen to lies about how you died. And these are your friends. What the hell is going on, y'all? Can somebody tell me? Hey, can somebody tell me what's going on? Can somebody tell me what's going on? This young lady went down to Cabo just like everybody else does, and now she is deceased. Now her parents have to bury her, and it was her friends, not strangers. It was her friends. You know how many times me and my friends been sliding down the wall drunk, wanting to fight somebody, hell mad with each other? But never, not one time did I think I wouldn't make it home because I was out with my friends. And it's all a joke. It's all kiki hee hee ha hoo. I don't get it. I don't understand what's going on. I don't. I'm just talking about random things now, y'all. When I'm saying who's to blame, it's not one specific thing. Anything that hits my mind, I'm talking about who's to blame. We talk about it. I move on. So if it looks like I'm random, I am being random. But it all is who's to blame. In this last scenario, who's to blame? Is the young girl putting her trust in her friends and thinking she was gonna have a cool birthday weekend and come back home and live her life? Is her friends that wasn't really her friends? In this scenario, you know who's to blame. While we can say, hey, she should have been more mindful and shouldn't have went down there in the first place, that's bullshit. I've been hanging out with these same people. I've been hanging out with these same people. Now we get down to Mexico and it's so much different than it was last weekend. So who's to blame? I'm going to a different scenario in this particular scenario. Again, still on TikTok. I don't do beef. I don't do beef. I don't argue back and forth with nobody. I'm not about to go back and forth with you. I go back and forth with my wife because that's fun. But different random people, I'm not about to beef with nobody. You can call me all kind of bitches and all that shit. It don't matter because your words ain't taking a quarter out of my mouth. I don't care. But I don't understand beef either. If I don't like you, as I've said several times, if I don't like you, I ignore you. You don't exist. I'm definitely not going to get on YouTube or TikTok and spend my time sitting up here calling you out and doing this, and the third. I am more than definitely not going to try to affect your money, your job, your status, none of that. Not unless you have physically done something to me, unless you have done something to me, and I mean physically, but then that means I've physically done something to you too. So I'm not gonna handle any of my shit on social media. But there are so many people that do. So I'm on social media. So I was on again. This is more TikTok than YouTube because YouTube beef is famous. It's famous. It's rampant and everywhere. But it takes a little bit longer. TikTok is for some reason a little. It's a little quicker to get folks caught up in some reality on TikTok, and I don't understand that. But anyway, so again, not gonna name no names. There are this people. There's this person that keeps trying to get this other person in real jail time trouble. You feel me? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down. Not TikTok beef trouble, not TikTok situationship, none of that. Real lifetime and jeopardizing the job, jeopardizing his life trouble. And for the life of me, I can't understand why. Hey y'all. Oh shoot, lots of. Hey Karen. I don't know. I speak to everybody. Hey y'all. So I mean, calling the job, sending the police to the house, calling the police, putting in police reports, all while making videos. One video they did it, one video they didn't do it, another video they did it again, another video they didn't do it, and I was just lying. And then you got everybody in there counting in, trying to, add they to what the hell? Who is to blame for this shit? It's not even cool to watch. It's not even cool to watch. I sit up here and I see people send the police. I see people get swatted on TikTok, sending the police to somebody's house, sending the SWAT to somebody's house saying they got a gun. I see people calling CPS on people. I see people calling people jobs. What the hell? I don't understand. Oh shoot, Elder Boy, I didn't see that. Congratulations. Well, you better lose them 50. Congratulations. Everybody, make sure you clap that up. That is good. Hi, Bentley. Bentley's looking at me. Y'all. Hey, yo, baby. Yeah. I don't get it, y'all. I don't get the doxing. I don't get the swatting. I don't get the calling the authorities on people. I don't get the CPS on kids. I don't get it. What is going on? Why are you so fucking miserable that you got to make other people miserable too? I still don't get it. I have seen on TikTok, I have seen people call base command if you're in the military. I've seen people call people's jobs, telling them, you know, there's a whole set of nurses and healthcare professionals being stalked by a licensed doctor, by a therapist, calling their jobs, getting them fired. Yes. Yes, I mean, this shit is real. These are strangers going out of their way because they don't agree, because they don't have the same thought processes. Because you don't agree with me, I have to there must be something wrong with you. I mean, that to me that can be the only reason. I have seen people get death threats having to move and leave their house because of their views on social media. I have watched. I'm not that. I'm not doing that. The most you know is the state I'm in. You have people find people's houses, I mean real addresses, and show up on their doorstep. You have people sending you death threats and shit through emails and then DMs and shit just coming out and saying it. You have people soliciting people to hurt somebody. I listened to a video today to where this person was saying how this person needs to be shot in the head. If somebody want to do it, let me know. I was listening to that. And I'm sitting up there going, what? Is this the free speech? Who is responsible? Who is to blame for somebody thinking they can do that shit and not be in trouble? I don't put anything past anybody, but I know that I can be relatively petty. And I know that I am mean to an extent. And even I don't think about that. And when I get off social media, when I hang up, when I turn this off, I turn this off. I'm not sitting up here thinking about how I can dox this person, find this person's information, talk about this person, make a video about this person, call this person out. I'm not thinking about anybody, good or bad. Once I'm off social media, I'm off social media. I don't see the need to keep going. But I can't for the life of me figure out what's going on that you have to endanger somebody's life, endanger their kids. Now imagine you find somebody out there who is really, think about it. People, you know how some people get really, really obsessed with a person that's on social media, a celebrity, a sports player, whatever. And you don't have to have millions of followers for one person to be obsessed with you. You don't have to have millions of followers for one person to believe every word that comes out of your mouth and see you as the best of the best of the best. You don't have to have as many followers as we have to have one fool who believes every word that come out of your mouth. Now imagine you sitting up here eliciting your followers to go out and hurt somebody because you don't like them. Because you disagree with their politics, because you like them and they don't like you. Now imagine you putting their kids and their family in danger over some TikTok beef. I'm just at a loss, y'all. Who is to blame? I'm just, as time goes by, I just knew things would be better, but they haven't gotten better. They haven't gotten better. We just have new and better ways to do stuff. People still hate without reason. People still feel like they're better than other people without reason. People believe in hatred and anger before they believe in love. before they believe in kindness. And I would think that, huh? Okay, hold on. I had to take a sip. What about, wait, name Trace. Uh, could you type one more thing? Oh, oh, my bad. Yeah, I forgot. My bad. So we watched Catfish. So me and baby watched Catfish Monday. We did like a Catfish marathon. And I don't know if anybody watches 911, but Karen from 911, her name is Tracy Thomas. She's an actress. And she was catfished by one of her followers who went so far as to be several people. One of the incarnations of the person, she had to kill off. She gave cancer and killed her off so that the celebrity would feel sorry for her so that she could come back as herself and they could become closer. Did y'all hear what I just said? It is going so far as an actual actress, a celebrity, an actual person, working actress, had to come to Catfish to see who this particular fan was. Because this man was just not being who they were. They were being several people. I mean, just like, I want to say like 10 or 15 different versions of herself. And she wasn't the only one she was doing it to. I'm like, people want to be famous. We do YouTube and TikTok and become celebrities, athletes. You have to have a certain desire for attention. And some of us don't and are thrust into that. And you figure out, you work it out, you figure it out, you work it out. But to actively be somebody, you have to be okay with the attention. But do you ever have to be okay with that type of attention? Do you ever have to be okay with being scared that this person is not who they say they are? That you have built a relationship with an email address because the person's not real. And who's to blame for that? We could say the actress or actor or the celebrity or sports figure knew what they were getting into, so whatever happened, happened. We could say that. But they're also not responsible for how a person reacts. Your favorite celebrity is not responsible for how you react to them. They also, you also don't deserve extra of their time. You don't deserve their private time. Now they give you their public time and cool, but you don't deserve a place in their private time because you're a celebrity, because you're a fan, because you like them, because you listen to them sing or watch their movies. You don't deserve a seat at their dinner table just because you like the movie. Because guess what? The person that you liked in the movie might not be the person that's acting in the movie. Can you imagine seeing Beyonce on stage and then in real life, oh, she got a snake attitude? Oh, she don't do that. She's a normal person on the other side of being a celebrity. And not all people like each other. And there are myriad of reasons why people don't like each other. Sometimes you just don't click, you just don't mesh. But in watching Catfish, I don't understand Catfish because how long can you take that shit on? So there was this one, so she reminded me of Catfish. So there was this one where this young girl who had a young baby. I think the baby was 6 weeks, 2 months old, and she was already on social media talking to somebody else. And how the guy was telling her that he was going to be there for her and how he cared about her and how he was going to take care of her baby. And she was only 18 years old. And I'm trying to figure out where her mom at because you are 2 months out having a baby and you already being catfished by somebody telling you they're going to help you take care of the baby. So when it comes down to it, he just some guy that wanted to see how many people he could catfish. He picked out a Facebook profile that was real and attached to a real person, and that's the one he used with her. And he was reckless in his speaking. He was like, "I don't care. I don't care about her. I was just doing it to see if I could do it. I was just doing it to see if she would talk to me. How many people you doing it to? 3 or 4? Who's to blame in this situation? You are a new mother. You are 18 years old. You need to figure out this mother stuff you got going on. Why you online trying to find somebody to help you take care of your baby? You need to figure out how to take care of this baby. Y'all know I got issues when women bring people around their little kids that are not related to them because you have hard enough time when the parents are there, when the daddy there that's related to them. If she hadn't clicked his profile, she wouldn't have been there. Who made him so trifling that he could sit up there and play with somebody's emotions like that? Who do we look to for satisfactory answers to these questions? Because you're not gonna get it from the man. You're not gonna get it from the little boy who said, I ain't caring about her. Whatever it is, what it is. That was his whole thing the whole time he was talking. It is what it is, whatever. I ain't care about her. And you know, Neve and them wanted to go, well, yeah, I can see your face. You do. He was like, no, I really didn't. And I'm sitting there going with Neve. I'm like, this time you wrong, dude. He really did. He'll leave and go talk to another girl. He is not. Catfish has not changed his ways, not one second. There was one on there where this little girl was married to another little girl. They was young. I'm saying little girl because they was like early 20s, if not just 20. It was like 20, early 20s, like in that area. They were married, but they were going through things. So instead of figuring it out with her wife, she went online and found somebody to talk to. And she really fell for this person. But this person could never FaceTime or could never do none of that. So FYI, people, for everybody who hears this, if they won't FaceTime you, if they won't Skype you, if they won't Google Duo you, that is not the person that you're talking to. Even burner phones, even Walmart phones have a camera. If you call them and they say that they phone, but they camera broke, but they phone working, they like hang up immediately and try again next time. But that being said, come to find out it was her best friend who was catfishing her because she wanted her to break up with her wife. And not only was she catfishing her, she'd been on Catfish for catfishing somebody else before because she wanted her to break up with her boyfriend. I'm just doing this because I love you. Because who is to blame for this? Do we blame the married person who should have been online talking to somebody else in the first place? Do we just stop at the person who shouldn't have been doing it in the first place? Do we blame the other person because realistically, had she not been on there looking for somebody to talk to, her friend wouldn't have been able to catfish her? Where does blame stop and start in these situations? If you're married, if you're in a committed relationship and you out here looking and getting catfished online, where does it stop? Who's to blame? Is the burden only on the person that shouldn't have been online in the first place? Because everything else that happens after that is because you was online in the first place. Hold on. See me back down. Oh yeah, catfish people. I do not watch Sister Wives. I like watch it. But I have been sort of kind of watching the I'm leaving you saga that's been going on. Cause I don't know the name of none of these wives. Only person I know name is Cody. That's the only person I know that's his name because he's the only man in the situation. But with all them, with this particular wife situation, and I guess any situation, who's to blame in this situation? Because on me, it's the second wife. And here's why. Here's why. Tell you why. With this particular situation, Cody is a hot mess. He is not attractive. He always looked like he hot and he need a bath. He never looked like he just every picture I've seen him look like, no, he just looks like he got somebody tied up in the basement. So that is what it is. That's just me personally. However, why would you? I don't understand. I understand polygamy to an extent, but I don't understand you going into a situation. And but here's why I don't. Here's where my wishy washy that comes in with understanding polygamy. I get it. Maybe you're in a situation where you have deep feelings for more than one person. Fine. But if everybody is not together in this situation, isn't somebody always gonna have their face balled up and be hurt? It's five of them. It's Cody and four wives. If everybody is not enjoying the spoils of love, if it's not a big old communal bed, like I think it's a Montana king bed, because I think it's a king, a California king, an Alaskan king. I think it's like a Montana something king bed that you can sleep like 12 people. If everybody ain't sleeping in the same bed at night and enjoying each other, isn't that like a little waste? I feel like that's not polygamy. I feel like, and here's why I say that, because the only person that's getting something out of this for real, is Cody. Is the husband. He the only person getting something out of this. He got all these wives. He got all these kids. He ain't got a parent. He ain't got to do shit. But get there and have a wife for Monday, a wife for Tuesday, a wife for Wednesday, a wife for Thursday, I guess, and then I guess they figure out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You know what I mean? So I don't get none of the sister wife thing. Or the brother husband. I guess I don't know, it's a brother husband. I guess that's what it's called. I don't know what it's called. I don't get none of it. And that's why. That's really the only reason why. Because unless everybody, I can understand a relationship, a polyamorous relationship where everybody is being friendly with everybody. I can get that relationship. I understand that relationship because I love you, you love me, we love her. I don't understand the I love her, I love her, I love her, I love her, and we tolerate each other because we love him. I feel like nobody's happy. Maybe that's just me. I feel I because okay. So I watch a lot of um shows about the religion, documentaries about the religion. I think that they're not FLDS. I think there's some Mormon sect or whatever. I watch a lot of different things because it's intriguing to me how people because it's their whole religion. But they never look happy. The wives never look happy. The kids never look happy. Hell, the husbands don't even look happy, but they look happier than the wives and the kids. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. They feel like, in this situation, to get into heaven, you got to have these X many wives as you can possibly have. And I'm like, wait, what? I don't know. I, mm, who's to blame? Who says yes? I, I don't know. Baby, do you want another wife? No, I don't mean like that. I don't. Okay, what I'm saying is, because if we had another wife, we would have another wife. No, you would have to juggle if you had to hide or you had to. No, I'm talking about all of us together. You're correct, but I'm just. You would have to juggle cheating. You would have to juggle if her and I weren't sexually active together. But you wouldn't have to juggle if we were all a threesome. I don't think I could do a threesome because because I'm always feel like somebody getting more than me. Oh, look, why you rub her booty like that? She ain't rub my booty. I think that comes from, well, see, I'm not an only child, but I was raised by myself. So I think that comes from being raised as a kid by myself. I'm good. You don't like flowers. We down to two folks, y'all. I'm gonna go on and get up off here. It's almost been an hour. I appreciate y'all come hanging out with me. I'll figure out something to talk about. We may figure out something to talk about tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Thursday. It's Thursday. We might have something fun to talk about tomorrow. I watch TikTok. I'll let y'all know tomorrow. Maybe that's what I'm gonna start calling them. TikTok takes. That's a good idea. My takes on TikToks. Not specific TikToks. Then you have to talk about. I don't fuck people. I don't like people like that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming out to Hey Y'all. Who's to blame? Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that every time we drop a video go live, you guys can join us. I really appreciate everybody. Von D, Karen Woods, Elder Boo, Magdalene. Thank you so much. Miss Tell the Truth. I get everybody. I got everybody. I think I did. Yes, I did. Did I not? Kimberly Jones, Magdalene, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. We will see. Let me see if I can get this TikTok takes going. Love you guys. Y'all have a great Wednesday, and I will see y'all on the flip side. Bye, y'all.